What's up, guys? Coming to you. I want to share with you my Comicon haul. Uh, you'll notice today I don't have Lewis with me. It's just kind of a random thing. I found out that near my where I'm living now had a Comic-Con today, and so I ran over there today to make sure check it out. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. Um, I'm actually just checking to make sure everything's running smoothly. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so got a whole bunch of cool stuff. Wanted to go with or review with you, just kind of show you what's what of that. So let me get going. So if you watched my stream a little while ago, you notice I mentioned with Lewis that I had got a few books at a comic book store. These were Funeral for a Friend because he made me buy the Doomsday thing event a while back. So when I found these at a comic book store the other week, I had to buy them. And so, but I only had a few of them. And so while I was at the Comic-Con today, I found a few more. I'm pretty excited. So I got number 1, I got number 2, which had Supergirl on it, and then I had number 6. So I've got all but one of them. That's pretty exciting. I love the imagery on this one, by the way. It's got Supergirl holding the green car. Pretty cool. Yeah, so actually when I bought the other ones, I was pretty excited. Or the guy told me that there was well, he's like, it's kind of a downer on what you're buying. So I was like, hey, it's going with what I have gotten in the past. So yeah. The next thing I got was a Daredevil issue. It's got Mysterio on it. I'll not used to the camera. Love Mysterio. Pretty cool. So I thought that would be a really cool read right there. So I'm leading up to my big edition in a little bit. This one I was really excited about. If you've been on the channel for a while, you know I'm a huge fan of the Teen Titans, especially Marv Wolfman and Perez's run. And I found annual number 1, which is Starfire Sister Blackfire, I believe that's her name. Me and Lewis had a conversation about her name. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's like Darkfire or Blackfire or something. He's like, you said it with such conviction, I just believed you. I was like, Lewis, I get stuff wrong all the time. But anyways, so this thing is in like amazing condition, like better than mine. So I was like, yes. And actually, it was funny. So my new comic book store owner, of course, he had a booth there, but I didn't know which one was his. I just was wandering around, and he wasn't running the booth. One of his employees was, and so I went up and I just started looking at a random. Well, I looked through a couple different ones or sets, and just to see what's what, and I just happened upon his, and I was going through it, and then he shows up. I was like, hey, I know you. and yeah, he's like, oh yeah, you have all these, I'll make it 50 cents. I was like, sweet. So I got this for 50 cents. I was going to give Lewis my other one, which is not quite as good condition as this one is. He'll be all right. I promise. But anyways, I was excited. I was like, man, for 50 cents, such a really pristine copy. Can't beat that. I also got Adventures of Superman. And this, I don't know anything about this issue, but that cover looks awesome. It's I don't know if you can tell, but it's got like kind of the aluminum background or whatever you call it. foil, and it's got Superman with the mullet, which is awesome. I love mullet Superman. But anyways, so there's that. Make room here so I can fit everything. All right. And then I got Reign of Superman. Lewis made me buy this one. It's got a pretty cool cover, and it's by Dan Jurgens, one of my favorites. So that's pretty cool. Got Justice League of America. Lewis said you got to buy that, so I bought it. He wasn't there. We were on the phone, so I called him, and because one time I went to a Comicon and he got mad that I didn't let him know I was there. So I let him know this time, and he didn't answer the first few times. I was like, you know that I called you. Next up, got a Iron Man, a Dragon Seed. I thought it was really cool. I like Fin Fang Foom. I don't know much about him, but I really like the idea of the character. Just a giant dragon, and it's got the Mandarin too. And Lewis loves this series. He's talked about it before. This storyline, the Dragon Seed. So he's like, "You better buy that." He's like, "I don't think you've got that one." So I was like, I mean, I like the character. It's kind of like I bought the Daredevil one. It's because I love Mysterio. And, I thought it'd be pretty cool to have a one-shot issue of him. So, yeah, so I got that. Of course, remember, all these are 50 cents, so I got a bunch of stuff. The next thing I got a few Legion books. Legion 89, it's DC. Lewis gave me a huge amount of Legion, and I think the next one is Rebels, or Rebel, I don't know. So I'm just kind of filling out all the empty holes of the collection he gave me there, and so that's what these are. I'm not a big Lobo fan, but Lewis is like, "Yeah, you got to read this. You'll really appreciate Lobo afterwards." I'm like, "Yeah, we'll see, we'll see." Anyways, so I got some Robin. Got a few more. I was pretty excited about these. I bought this one, and I'm pretty sure I might actually already have this one. But, oh well. Can't have too much Tim Drake, right? Am I right? I like this one because it's got the 80s costume for Nightwing there, so that's pretty cool. That's Chuck Dixon. And I really enjoyed him. But I found this. I got that for 50 cents, and it's it's in pretty good condition. So I'm pretty excited about that one. I don't think that I have that cover. Could be wrong. But anywho. And then got a whole bunch of Green Arrow from this is Beyond. Well, some of this is Grell. Most of this is Chuck Dixon, because he picked up after Grell dropped off. You got a lot of Connor Hawk there. Pretty neat stuff. Yeah. So just a bunch of stuff there. I like Grell. He's the reason that I started. That's a cool cover right there. But I've been collecting this for a long time, and I'm getting closer and closer to having the whole collection. Just a lot of fun stuff there. I really enjoy collecting the act of collecting. I try to be picky about what I'm collecting there. Just things that I enjoy reading. But it's really fun to go through and look through all the 50-cent and dollar bins, and all the back issue bins that people have, and just try to find the one issue that you're missing. It's pretty fun. So the big one, because that's all I got. Small stuff, and I'm pretty excited about all of them, even the single issue stuff. But the big one that I'm most excited about is that I got Booster Gold #1, the first appearance of Booster Gold. I am so excited about this. And look how great condition this thing is in. I mean, it is it is a thing of beauty. It's his first appearance. I got it from a guy who only sells really nice comic books and really expensive comic books. Like, he had Justice League of America #1, and yeah, he was selling that thing for like a few $1,000s because it wasn't like the highest of quality issues, and he had it there. I was like, whoa. I don't think he had it graded either, but apparently he rates things. Appraises comics and stuff, and I talked to him for a little bit about what makes comic books, uh, the quality and stuff, just for my own edification. But man, I'm so excited about this. I've liked Booster Gold ever since I learned about him, and this is his first appearance, and it's in great condition. It's really, really nice. I sent a picture to Lewis, and he was just like, dude, I'm so jealous. He's like, that is pristine. I was like, yes, it is. So I'm really excited to add that to the collection. And so I've got first appearance of Nightwing. Of course, it's not the first appearance of Dick Grayson, but it's him as Nightwing. I got the first appearance of Jason Todd as the Red Hood. I've got Mike Grell's #1 issue signed by him, so pretty exciting. I've got a Mike Grell painting right there, or artwork right there that's signed. And then now I've got Booster Gold #1, first appearance of Booster. So I'm excited. I mean, I almost didn't get it because I mean it was a lot of money, but I was like, I've got a little bit extra money. Booster's my favorite character. This guy, seems to know what he's talking about. Because you go to any comic book store and they might have a comic up there, and you really don't know what it's worth. Because as much as I love comic book store owners, they're not always, they don't necessarily know what things are graded. Some of them do, and that's awesome. But oftentimes they just, they've gotten them and they're trying to, turn them around. And I don't hate on them for that. But when I found a guy that, is an appraiser himself and has tons and tons of high quality, expensive comics, I was like, okay, this is about the same price range that I've seen it in other places, except for I know like it's coming from a reliable source. So I was like, I'm getting it now. So I'm excited. It's going to be I'll talk about it on the live stream Monday with Lewis. But you won't be able to see because of that, because we've gone from the regular live stream. And I think it's okay today because I'm not trying to Skype Lewis in. Like, my little computer can't handle the awesomeness of me and Lewis. Okay, my computer can't help because I've got like Chrome open, I've got OBS, and then I'll have Skype if I have him, and I just can't figure out a way to, do all three of them with the video, and it's pretty terrible. It's pretty terrible. But you didn't come here about my computer problems, but I wanted to show it off, because I'm really excited about it. Yeah, I mean, I love this cover too. I mean, it's not quite as expensive, but I've got the trade of this, but I think this is the first time I had the actual issue. So a lot of cool stuff. I'm pretty excited. I wasn't expecting to find this many cool stuff. Like, I found all those Green Arrows in my comic book store owner's bins. I was like, dude, like, you've been holding off on me with all these Green Arrows for all this time. So he's a nice guy. And he's got a store up in Hickory, North Carolina, which is where the comic books, the Comicon was. It wasn't at his store, but I think his store was Time Tunnel. No, that's not right. I'm gonna have to look it up. But it he's a really nice guy. We kind of disagree with about the fundamentals of comics, but hey, I always enjoy our conversations. I think it's cool to be able to. Um, oh, I was right. Time Tunnel Comics. Um, I think it's pretty cool to be able to bounce ideas off each other, and there's comics that he enjoys that I think are dumb, and you know, but in general, I think we both have a love for comics and different parts of the comic universe, and I think that's great. So a lot of fun there. There was a lot of costumes. There was a lot of people selling like costume-ish stuff. I almost bought like a glass cup with like a Star Wars or a um, what is it? Like Robin or Superman logo on it. So that would have been cool. Um, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of artists and stuff. It was a pretty cool Comicon. It was pretty cool. A little bit bigger than the one last year in Wake Forest. But that doesn't mean anything for this next year. In August 10th in Wake Forest, Play for Life Comics is having their Comic Con. I'm pretty excited about that. I love Brandon. It's good to see the guy. And of course, me and Lewis will be there live in 2 months. So if you want to come, it's a great place. We'd love to see you there. Me and Lewis will probably show up and be there most of the day for that. Honestly, it was kind of a sudden thing for me to go to the Comic Con here. I didn't know about it until Wednesday. And yes, and then I wasn't even sure I'd be able to make it because I had plans this weekend, which is kind of why this video is going so late. Anyways, let me know what you are looking for. Like, what are some comic books that you want for your collection? Have you been to a Comic-Con recently, and what have you been able to collect? And what are some of the issues that you enjoy looking for that you're trying to add to your collection? Let me know in the comments. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. We'd love for you to join the family. We just love all things superheroes and sci-fi and all that stuff, and just enjoy talking about it. So leave us a like, and I know this is short, but we'll catch you next time. Peace.